So today I'm gonna try to fix the clutch cable of this Nugget. I can't seem to find a cable for the 800, which this is. I can only find it for the 660. It is down there. And I bought the one for the 660 hoping it would be somewhat similar, but it's not. It's completely different. It's shorter. So that's not going to work. So I'm going to try to, well, fix this one. So I'll get it out and we'll see what we can do. So I've already done a temporary fix in the past by crimping a new bolt onto the cable up there and then refitting it. It's worked for a while, but I think the cable in there is too small. It was already messed up when I got it. So we're gonna undo that, and that should be it for inside, and then we can go do the rest on the outside. And that clip needs to come off too. It's quite hard to show, but it's routed through this clip, and it goes behind this, up underneath, well, through that, underneath the cable that is there. And then it runs over that cable and then down here and into the firewall. It's all very hard to get to. That's where it comes through the firewall, and it goes down there into a clip that holds it. So I'm just going to take the airbox off to make it easier to get to. Now the airbox is off, we have a lot better access, and it's the clip down there. It should pull loose because the cable's loose on the other side. So this is what the end looked like. It's got a rubber with a split and a washer with a split. You can take those off, and then it's just a cable with a little loop that hooks around the arm that is down below that thing right there. So now I just need to take that little bolt off. It's a 10. It looks weird, but it's a 10. So now that bolt is off, and the cable has to go through the cabin to take it out. That's always fun. Okay, so this is the old cable. This is the new one I ordered for the raw engine. As you can see, the clip is different, even with the rubber grommet, and it's much shorter, and it has a completely different end on it. This one has a loop. I don't even think that this inner cable is original because it's very loose, and it's 2mm, and this cable is 3mm. So what I've done is I've bought 3mm steel wire, and it was hard to find, but I found some Teflon 5mm with like internal 3.5, and hopefully I can pull out the sleeve that should be in here. Well, I'll see if I can pull it apart, see what happens. Well, here are all the bits. It's very brittle. It's come out in many pieces. The way I got it out was just to shove the new wire down one end. First, it was very brittle, so when I bent the cable, it snapped, like inside of the cable. All these bits snapped off, and then I pushed the steel cable on the end and just kept ramming it in there until it came out the other side and got everything out. It was a bit of a pain, but it worked. So now I'm going to try the new cable in. So I was hoping I could reuse this or weld onto it, but this seems to be aluminium or something like that, so I will not be able to do that. And well, the other end is just a bolt with two flat sides and a hole drilled down the end where you can crimp the cable into, so I can just make that. But this thing I'm going to try to twist off the cable and then see if I can drill it out and recrimp it. I don't know if it'll be strong enough, but I'm going to try that. So I can't get the cable out, so I've decided to make a new one, which has got a piece of steel which is 5mm, and cut a shape out of it, and I've got a bolt, drill the hole through it at 3mm, and I'll weld those together. And I've done the same with this, just a hole through it. And this is the other one I made for the other attempt. And I'll just weld that on there. And that'll be it. Okay, they're welded up. I think they're a bit hot still. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's good. Okay, so I painted them real quick. Now it's time to cut it to length and then try to crimp them on. We'll see how that goes. I just clamped both sides in the vise, crimped it out. I think this is good. I think this is good enough. We will find out. It should be about 955 millimeters long. So that's what I've measured out. Alright, I'm going to put it back in and then see if it works. Okay, it's now installed. How's that down here? I could have maybe made it slightly shorter, but it works out just fine. Let's see, how does it feel? That's so much lighter. Okay, I'm going to put the airbox on and take it for a test drive. Well, that's a great success. It feels really nice and light now. Test drive was good. It is almost like a clutch on a normal car where you just press it in and the clutch goes in, you know? Like, it's a bit noisy, but the cable now feels really nice. There's still like a the clutch mechanism down there is noisy, but the way it feels great. So I'd call that a win.